What is something you can't believe that people enjoy doing?
Rune crafting.
Instagram comedians. Being shat upon.
Banging animals.
Having their balls stomped on. Yes, it's a thing.
I'm a pretty depraved dude, but I can't wrap my head around sounding for the life of me.
The streamer SWAT, where people call 911 on a streamer's address and get the police to show up.
Police officers of Reddit, what's the creepiest disappearance case you've ever been assigned to?
Feel like this needs a serious tag.
Most of the missing 411 stuff is pretty freaky. Some of it explainable, but a lot of it just doesn't add up. Things like 2-year-old kids walking up and down multiple mountain ranges in a couple hours and found dead without a scratch on them.
What was your oh shit, I'm the bad guy moment?
After being a bit of a tearaway and trying to get my shit together in school, I told off a kid for wearing a hat that the school uniform didn't allow. I later learned he was wearing the hat because he'd lost his hair to chemo. Did not feel good.
I blew a chick-tick through a straw into an old guy's face who was working at a car park booth when I was about 12 and still feel terrible about it a decade and a half later.
If you were diagnosed with Alzheimer's and had the power to preserve one memory forever, which one would you save?
My 6th birthday party at McDonald's. My mother saved up for quite a while so I could invite everyone in my class. That might not seem like a big deal now, but back then MCDs was quite a treat.
How to go to the bathroom on my own. I'd love to remember my family forever, but I'd rather make the end of my life a bit easier on them.
That I have Alzheimer. My daughter being born. Holding her for the first time, just her being alive. I would never want to forget her ever.
I would remember how to remember.
What's something that screams middle class?
Having an older outside fridge in your garage. Usually a base model early 00s fridge that still runs but didn't make the cut when mom remodeled. Having a 2-car garage that's so full of random shit that you can only get one car in it.
The struggle to gain financial aid when you're in college because you aren't poor enough to get any help, neither are you rich enough to pay for it yourself.
Shopping at Target, because you're tired of Walmart's bullshit. Thinking you grew up in a poor family until you meet someone who actually did grow up in a poor family.
Going out on family trips in a big family car.
Owning throw pillows in sufficient quantity to suffocate an entire rugby team at the same time.
What is your favorite running joke from a TV series?
Lenny having doctor's orders not to get things in his eye on The Simpsons is a favorite. My eye. I'm not supposed to get pudding in it.
How in that 70s show we never find out where Fez is from.
The hamster ball that would occasionally roll behind in the background in Malcolm in the Middle.
Corey. Trevor. Smokes Let's Go.
Gene Parmesan reactions from Lucille. Everything Perd Hapley does in Parks and Rec.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such underscore as underscore and underscore.
What's the one thing that blows your mind every time you think about it?
How much of our childhood we don't remember. Especially the very early years.
That I have probably driven past a few houses with kidnapped people being trapped inside.
The size of the galaxy and universe. I can't even begin to comprehend it. I am the main part of my dog's life.
People of Reddit, what are the signs that a person should not be trusted?
They talk major shit about everyone.
They lie about every little thing. Pointless things. They get comfortable living a lie.
They never say I don't know or are the type to always have an answer for everything. There's a good chance that the stuff they're saying is made up.
They say believe me.
If they feel a need to repeatedly remind you of how much you should trust them, you probably shouldn't.
If they've just stabbed you, they're possibly untrustworthy.
Actions, not appearances. For whatever reason, people are terrible at predicting who is and isn't trustworthy based on looks alone. Honest and introverted people can seem cold and scheming.
What is definitely worth paying more for, even though it's more expensive?
Good work shoes.
An apartment with thick walls and ceilings. I can't hear my neighbors, and it is so worth it.
A good bra. Uncomfortable/cheap bras are garbage.
Shoes, tires, mattress, toilet paper, wiper blades.
Pillow.
A tattoo. Remember, no ragreds.
Toilet paper.
You're stuck on a 14-hour flight. Which celebrity do you want sitting next to you and why? What would you ask them?
Bill Cosby, at least I get some sleep.
Nicolas Cage. I need to know if Vampire's Kids was supposed to be taken seriously.
George R.R. Martin. You know why. Samuel L. Jackson.
Tom Holland seems like a person I would get along with.
Brad Pitt. I think he'd be a very interesting single-serving friend.
Patrick Stewart, just to hear him say engage as the plane takes off.